Atlanta, what's happening? Of course, you got me and the expert KP on the ones and twos. You back in to Rise Up Rundown, brought to you by the Culture Atlanta Sports Deck. We're here to talk about the NFL draft. Well, I guess I want to talk about the draft, but we're really here to talk about the trade deadline.
This man said the draft.
It's the second time I don't had to do this, man, but it is what it is. I guess because the season's going so bad, I naturally want to think about the draft, but we ain't got no first-round draft pick, so what am I doing?
Exactly. Not at all. We messed up all around over here in Atlanta.
Bro, this is the vicious cycle you go through as a Falcons fan. We just kind of it is what it is. It's a part of it, man. Y'all know what time it is, but with no more blah, blah, blah. Y'all know the Falcons didn't really make any moves. Not sure why. Because you were in a position to trade Arnold Ebiketie and probably get a third or a fourth-round pick. You decided not to do that, which I understand because we need all the defensive help we can get. We shouldn't be casting off guys. But at the same time, you need draft picks, and we don't have a lot of draft picks in next year's draft. But here's the thing. I do wish the Falcons had been buyers and actually got a player to help us out. We could have used another wide receiver for sure to give Michael Penix another, target because Darnell Mooney still hasn't really worked himself back in from injury. And I would have liked to seen them possibly go after some sort of defensive lineman, bro, because we are bleeding. We cannot stop the run.
I mean, so, that's easy to say, but I mean, we kind of strapped for cash right now.
Well, we strapped for draft picks more than cash.
No,
the cash I'm not so really worried about because of Kirk we going to cut him for $10 million. He coming off the books.
Got you. But what I'm saying is you're saying all these people we need to pick up. Well, who are we going to give up for those people? Because we can't just get people. We strap for cash. So, but it's like we don't want to give anybody up, but we want everybody. It just doesn't work that way.
Welcome to being a Falcons fan. Hey, you always got to try to get these get-over trades. Aren't you the get-over trade master?
Hey, I'm the get-over trade master in the NBA because that's a little easier to do. The NFL is a little bit different. Yeah, 2K. The NFL is a little bit different.
So, of course, we brought in the kicker, Zane Gonzalez. I mean, you're talking about a guy that has done pretty well. I mean, he's hit over 60% of his kicks and actually in the mid-70s, which is really good, for a guy that you're going to get off the street at this point, So, and he's got a good record of actually making extra points, which has killed us. Younghoe Koo couldn't do it. Parker Romo couldn't do it. And Parker Romo's back home in Peachtree City right now.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, he's a veteran, and actually his success rate is real good. I mean, he's about 80%, actually, 96 of 120. Dude's done real good, but he has some, like periods of inconsistency,
There you go.
Especially from 40+ yards. But I mean, at this point, getting somebody like this, you're gonna get somebody that's kind of inconsistent in certain ways. So, I mean,
facts.
You're not gonna build. All the best people are taken right now.
They're already playing for somebody. When you get somebody off their couch
exactly.
right now, you're gonna deal with some issues, and it's gonna be a guy that's hot and cold, and this is what you got to work with. I just think that, I think that we were a little too quick to cash Younghoe Koo out. And I'm not saying that he was the answer and we should have kept him. But at the same time, I mean, Parker Romo got cut for a reason. He went to training camp and he didn't make a team for a reason. The Patriots cut him for a reason. So I think it was a little bit quick for them to kind of cast him off with no backup plan. I think I would have held on to Koo a little bit longer just to make sure that Parker Romo was actually going to stick. So.
Yeah. The same issues you had with Koo, missing those long kicks and stuff. You're gonna have the same issue with this guy here.
Exactly.
So yeah, we definitely should have stayed with Koo. I hope this guy does great. I hope he's consistent. But I mean, I'm not expecting that. Not from our new kicker. No. And
yeah, you talking about a guy that Zane Gonzalez came from the Washington Commanders most recently. So I mean, we'll see. At this point, if we keep going this direction, we're going to be calling Grammatica. We're going to be calling Matt Bryant. Hey, the other Matt Ice going to come out here. Matt Bryant, we're going to be calling him. We're going to be calling Gary Anderson. We're going to be calling every old kicker you could think of. Vanderjag. If you old and you ain't got a job, we're going to be calling you at some point because,
Well, I've been practicing myself, so maybe I can get up there.
Man, nah, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't play yourself like that. So talking about practicing, it seemed like the Cowboys practicing to try to stay relevant because we see they just made a trade for Quinnen Williams. I think it's a trade that does stabilize their defense. Quinnen Williams is one of the best defensive linemen in the league. You're talking about a guy that can suck up space, pause. On top of all of that, he can go after the quarterback, plus he can stop the run. I mean, he's a really good run stopper. So
yeah.
Good defensive tackle.
Yeah, I think it was a great pickup for the Cowboys. I mean, they do give up, future value, and they take on a lot of cap commitment in this. But I mean, if they're trying to win, they're trying to bolster up their stuff. This is a great pickup for them.
Well, a lot of people are saying it's a little bit too late when you look at where the Cowboys are as far as their record, as far as where they are in division. I mean, right now you way behind the Eagles, and you're in position possibly to be behind the Washington Commanders. The only team you're kind of looking up to or is looking up to you is the Giants.
Yeah, they're probably thinking maybe they can go on a run. I don't know. I mean, I know they're way behind, but you never know. The Cowboys, they never give up,
I ain't gonna say never give up. They're always delusional. That's what the thing is. They're always delusional. The Cowboys and their Cowboy fans, Charlemagne the God, all of them, they are very delusional all the time. And it's just kind of crazy because they always feel like it's their year and it's never not. I mean, you're 3-5. You're 3-5-1. So, I mean, you are number 2, and that's only because the Commanders are injured at quarterback. So we don't know what's going to happen with that. But at the same time, the Eagles are 6-2, man. So I guess they're hoping for a wild card spot. Maybe that's why they did this.
Yeah.
Expert, I just feel like this move would have been better had it been done with Micah Parsons on the team.
Yeah, most definitely. I totally agree with that. Now, on the flip side of this trade, since we're talking about this trade, I think the Jets, did very well. Because, the Jets, they're trying to just get rid of people. They're starting over. They're on a rebuild.
They had a fire sale.
Yeah, they're having a fire sale, but the draft picks they're getting is great, and I think the Jets really, really are doing a good job right now with this fire sale.
Man, the Jets got their money off. They jettisoned Sauce Gardner to the Colts, and I have to say the Colts, that's a big-time win for them. You're getting a shutdown corner, a top 3 corner in the whole league, and you're already in first place in your division. Wow.
Yeah, they're trying to win it. They're really trying to win it.
Yeah, they're going all in.
Yeah, they're going all in. They bolstered up. I mean, they had to get rid of 2 first-round picks, 2026 pick and a 2027 pick. So they're really taking a risk right there. But, I mean.
That's a high price to pay for a corner.
Yeah, but, I mean, sometimes you got to go all in if you think that's what you need to bolster you and to get you up to that next level and actually win it. So we'll see what happens.
And, of course, they got to make the trade before they play the Falcons. Come on, man. All we can hope for is that Sauce don't play because he would be on Drake London. And now Drake London would have had 2 hard cornerback matchups back-to-back. Yeah. We just hope that he don't play, man, that he stay here and don't go to Germany. That's all we can hope for at this point.
Yeah, I mean, with the Jets, the Falcons should have talked to the Jets. I mean, if the Jets are having a fire sale, man, you got to look in there and see what you can get.
Garrett Wilson, that's what I want. We could have used him at wideout.
Most definitely. And I don't know what's going on with us, man. We could have did something.
Could have did something, but we didn't do anything. And the Jets, man, like you said, wow, what a haul. They have in the next draft 2 first-round picks, 2 second-round picks. So in the first 2 rounds, you got 4 picks. And then you turn around and you do it again next year.
Exactly.
You got 3 picks in the first 2 rounds. I mean, they're going to be able to really rebuild their team. They're going to be a force to reckon with. And the Jets are now in position where you probably can draft a quarterback plus some other great skill position to help yourself out, man. They're going to be amazing going forward.
Yeah. They just got to draft correctly. They just got to draft right. And that's the thing. That doesn't always happen. So we'll see.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens there.
Hey, remember when the Saints traded their whole draft for Ricky Williams? That didn't turn out well. I mean, there's teams that get a lot of picks and it doesn't amount to anything, like you said. It just kind of depends on you drafting. Look at the Cowboys. They built their championship off of basically trading one guy, Herschel Walker. So, so it just all kind of depends on how it lays out. And then the last one we want to talk about, Jacoby Myers going to the Jacksonville Jags, leaving the Raiders. I think it's a good move for both the Raiders. They need draft picks. It's a good move for Jacksonville. Travis Hunter is hurt, and they need a wide receiver. And Christian Kirk coming back from injury.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, the Raiders, they lowered their immediate offensive capabilities at this point.
Definitely.
But Jacoby Myers was not looking to stay there. They were saying that he wasn't going to re-sign. So, I mean, they had to get
looking for a contract.
Yeah, so they had to get something for him. So, I mean, the Raiders, they had to go out and just make sure that they didn't just lose him for nothing. So, I think they did a good job with it.
I agree with that. And now, if you play fantasy football like me, I got Brock Bowers. He going to get all the catches, man. He going to be getting 30 points a game now, so I'm happy about that.
Yeah, but, man, the Jaguars, they They took a risk though, because if he doesn't mess, and then they gave up those draft picks, the 4th and the 6th round draft picks. If he doesn't mess, they gave up I mean, I know
that 4th round. I don't like that. The 6th round, I don't care.
The six is later. I mean, still, hopefully he can mess with them and everything will go right for him.
Yeah, we'll see. But talking about us, man, this is what really was going to irk some people, that Kirk Cousins is still here. I mean, he's basically going to get cut next season for nothing.
Yeah.
And I get it. A lot of people are saying you need to get something for him before he gets out the door. But I think the Falcons, we've been killing the Falcons all season. This is the time I think they actually made the right move. And I'm going to tell you why. Penix has already been hurt this season. Yeah. And if he gets hurt again, you have no backup. You cannot be putting a dude that's playing wide receiver in that was a third-string quarterback the whole time he's been in the NFL as your starter. You can't do that with Felipe Franks. So I don't really see the Falcons being in a position to even let Kurt walk. You have to have a backup quarterback.
Yeah, I mean, there was some, teams that could use a veteran QB. And, I was thinking that maybe, Kirk Cousins could be that person, could be the target. My sources told me his name was floated around, But,
yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I wish we could have got Shador, but anyway.
There you go with that. Shador got to get on the field first, dog. That's what you need to do. He need to get on the field first.
Look, if I had the chance to trade Kirk Cousins for Shador, I would do it. If I was the Falcons, I would do it. Because, I mean, Kirk Cousins is not giving you nothing anyway. So you might as well just go ahead and do it and see what you get. I mean, you got to take risks.
I would too, but as the Browns, though, they would never do that. You're not trading
a
rookie for an old man.
I know that, but that's what I'm saying. If we had the opportunity or the chance to do it, I would do it. And then you never know. I mean, there's some people in there that don't like Shador. They refuse to play him. So, hey.
Well, you trying to figure out any way you can to get Shador over here, bro. And then you're going to have a quarterback controversy between Shador and Michael Penix. That's exactly what we need. More distractions. We just need more distractions.
Hey,
that's how we're going to get better.
Hey, I would rather have that than what we have now. We're not getting better right now. We're getting worse.
Dog, we don't need no more distractions, dog. We already doing bad enough as it is. We don't need no more distractions.
Man, bring Shador over here.
And I'm not saying Shador is a distraction, but you can't have every time Michael Penix plays slightly bad, put Shador in. We cannot do that.
Hey, put him in. Trade him over here and put him in right away and put Penix on the bench.
Now you want us to be the Browns. Just trading, putting in different quarterbacks every week. It's your turn. You get to play. Nah, you can't do that, man.
All we need is Shador, man, and we straight.
I just think the last thing I'll say about Kirk Cousins, I just think that the opportunity to trade him closed. The window closed. J.J. McCarthy is balling. He's back now. There's no reason for the Vikings to do that. I mean, if you look at possibly the Commanders could use Kirk because he's a better quarterback than Marcus Mariota. And at the same time, he played there before. But at the same time, they're not that far off. So why would you do that? And the Falcons are not trying to trade him in the NFC where they can see him again. So then you go to the AFC, there's nowhere for him to go. So then it brings you back to the NFC, maybe Arizona, because Kyler Murray's going on IR, but they got, Jacoby Brissett, who's doing pretty well and just beat the Cowboys. Yeah. So, I mean, Cincinnati was probably the best thing, and Cincinnati got Joe Flacco. So there's really nowhere for Kurt to go.
Yeah. No, most definitely. I mean, I agree. I say the thing about Shador and all that stuff, but honestly, I know Kirk Cousins probably wasn't going to go anywhere. There's not really anywhere for him to go. And, I mean, right now, it's better for the Falcons not even to try to trade Kirk Cousins. It's better for them just to keep him and keep going with what they got.
Well, you talking about there's going to be some up out of here? Me and Mike are up out of here. We'll catch y'all on the next one. I don't know how we're going to do against the Colts. I'm expecting another loss, but that's a story for another day. So we'll holler at y'all. Like, share, subscribe.
Peace.